Hi, welcome to Eat Now, Die Later. I'm Emily.
And I'm Desiree. We are both on a journey to making changes in the way that we eat.
We are trying to eliminate some of the processed foods and making some of our favorite things at home rather than buying them at the store.
Yeah, so come along and see where it goes. Before you start, preheat your oven to 375.
Today we're going to be working on a pumpkin cheesecake muffin. I found the recipe on the novicechefblog.com. I've made it a few times now. It is by far probably my favorite fall time muffin. It's great for kids on the way to school and for after dinner snacks. So that's what we're gonna do.
And they're delicious.
Yeah, let's get started. So first we're gonna start with the pumpkin portion of this. It is important that your cream cheese and your eggs are getting to room temperature, and it won't take that long to put the pumpkin stuff together, so that's pretty much the only thing that you have to prep for this recipe ahead of time. And then we're going to start getting our dry ingredients together. We need flour, and we're going to do 1 3/4 cup of this. I have a half cup just kind of always handy in here, and 3/4. We need a tablespoon of pumpkin spice, baking soda. I went to culinary school and I still have no idea what the difference between soda and powder is. I know that one makes things rise more, but don't ever ask me. 1 teaspoon, and then a half a teaspoon of salt.
So in this bowl, we have all the dry ingredients for the muffins. It's the flour, pumpkin spice, baking soda, and the salt. And I'm just gonna give it a quick whisk just to mix it all together.
So now that we have our dry ingredients set aside, we're gonna start with our wet ingredients in our mixing bowl. So we're gonna do a cup of sugar, regular sugar.
1 cup.
And while she's doing that, I'm gonna do a half a cup of packed brown sugar. And then we'll put in 2 eggs.
And a half a cup of vegetable oil, or you can do melted and cooled butter.
Yes. We're using avocado oil. It's just what we typically use in my house.
At the corner.
If you ever get shell into your mix, the easiest way to get it out is with the other half of the shell. Like, that actually draws it back into itself.
That's really
Just
good information.
Little tip. And lastly, we have the tablespoon of vanilla extract
And 15 ounces of pumpkin puree. So now we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna use the KitchenAid mixer today, but you can use a hand mixer, just mix it together, whatever you have. And we're just gonna mix it on low until that is all incorporated.
Now that everything is fully incorporated, we can start adding in some of our dry ingredients. So we'll do just a little bit at a time to prevent it from getting lumpy. And again, just on low. All right, now we just had to scrape down the bowl to make sure everything was completely mixed in. We'll give it one last stir and start adding it to our muffin tins. When I'm doing cupcakes or muffins, I like to use an ice cream scoop just so that way I can get all of my scoops even, and it's nice because it kind of cleans it out as we go. Because we still have to add the cream cheese portion, we're only going to fill these up about halfway. That makes sure that they're not going to overflow in your oven, because I want to eat them. I don't want to clean them off the bottom of my oven. You could use a measuring cup instead if you don't have the ice cream scoop, Or if you are a daredevil, you could just use a spoon. It would just take a long time. I cannot stand anything on my hands when I'm in the kitchen, so I like to constantly rinse my hands.
We went ahead and washed up our bowl for the mixer for the cheesecake portion of the muffins. And we're gonna go ahead and mix that together now.
All right. So we're gonna need 1 egg yolk, and this is the part that has to be at room temperature, don't forget. So we're going to crack the egg. Yes. To get all of the egg white off, just kind of roll it back and forth. And then I'll get all of that part off. And
use the eggshell to scrape it off.
Yeah, and just kind of use the eggshell as your friend for this portion to scrape off all of the egg white. And you should be good to go. And we will just dump it in.
And then 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese. Scrape off as much as you can. If you're like us, we do not like anything on our hands, so we like to keep our hands clean. And then 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. Right in the bowl.
The last thing is 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Vanilla is another one that I just measure over the bowl because if you get extra, no one's gonna die. Again, we're just gonna use the paddle attachment. I don't like to use the whisk for this because I feel like it incorporates too much air and that's not what I want. We're just gonna keep it on low and let the eggs and cream cheese incorporate. Looks like that's about it. Okay, so it's been about 3 minutes and this is kind of what you want your consistency to be. It's still thick, but scoopable. And there's not any large lumps in there. There are gonna be some, but that's it. The next part is just grabbing a spoon and we're gonna dollop just a little bit into each muffin tin. I've made these a few times. I've done them just like this and not incorporated it when I'm in a hurry, or you can do all of your dollops, make sure that they're kind of even, and then use the bottom of the spoon and kind of swirl it in. Or if you have them on hand, you can use a toothpick. I don't ever have them on hand to do that. So I don't stir that in a lot. I like kind of the center to be the cream cheese portion, but if you like not that, you can definitely swirl it in and mix it as much as you want. This recipe could probably make 24 muffins. I only got 23 out of it, which means I probably overfilled the tins a little bit. But either way, I'm just making sure that I'm scooping kind of even amounts of the cream cheese. And then if I have extra, I'll go back and add more to ones that I maybe didn't get as much in there. This part is so delicious that I don't want to waste any of it. That's probably as much as I'm going to get out of this. I'll set this aside and I'm just going to use the bottom of my spoon and swirl it.
Okay, we're just gonna pop these in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes.
It's been about 20 minutes that they've been in the oven and we're gonna check them now. Whew. Those look good, nice and golden on top. Pull them out. I know some people like to check their muffins with a toothpick and see if it's clear. I don't think that that works really well with these ones, but they should be bouncy. So you shouldn't be able to see big indents, and that's how you know they're done. And now is the best time of the whole process when we get to try it.
Cheers.
Cheers. It does look like maybe they're a little overdone, so you could probably do less depending on your oven. But it's still so good.
Still delicious. Should we
Nice
go ahead?
work.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. And don't forget, keep your knife sharp and your hands clean. Bye. Are you filming too?
Whenever you're ready, go ahead and do the practice.
You're good.
Okay.
Hi.
Hey, welcome to Eat Now Die Later.
I'm Emily.
I thought you were saying it.
You did such a good job.
You took all the
though.
good lines, like Phoebe and Rachel. Okay.
I said my name. Did you want to say my name?
No, I'm saying you're supposed to say, welcome to Eat Now Die Later. I'm Emily. I'm Desiree. And we are both on a journey of finding new ways to eat. No.
No. Welcome to Eat Now Die Later. I'm Emily.
I'm Desiree. And we're both on a journey of making changes in the way that we eat. When you say it, you gotta talk to the camera. They're the ones that are here. I'm not really here. Okay.
Are you ready? Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Hi, welcome to Eat Now Die Later. I'm Emily.
And I'm Desiree. And we are both on a journey of finding new ways to make... What is it?
Hi, welcome to Eat Now Die Later. I'm Emily.
And I'm Desiree. And we are both on a journey of making changes to the way that we eat. Why can't I get that? Okay, one more time. Go ahead.
Hi, welcome to Eat Now Die Later. Why do I sound like I'm welcoming you to a restaurant?
Hi, how many?
Hi, welcome in.
Hi, how many? It's your tour.
How many in your party? Did you have a reservation?
Are you still recording? Okay, go.
Okay, great.
Whenever you're ready.
Hi. Hey, how you doing?
Okay, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. And don't forget, keep your hands clean. Oh, your knife sharp and your hands clean? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, sorry. Scratch that.
Scratch it.
Okay. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. And don't forget, keep your hands... Oh my gosh, why did we say
Keep your hands knives and your knives knives.
Keep your hands sharp and your knives clean. Okay, anyway.